Hello, we are from Group 6 and today we are going to present about the structure of the verb group or VGP in the VP. Without further ado, let's start. Here are the contents that we are going to cover today, and let's start from the top, which is auxiliary verb. The auxiliary verb works as a helping verb. It is used with the main verb to help express the main verb's stance, mood, or voice. There are three auxiliary verbs which are to be, to have, and to do. To be includes verbs like is, are, was, were. To have consists of has, had, or have, while to do includes do, does, did, and so on. Now let's move on to modals. Modal verbs are used to express certain hypothetical conditions such as advice, capability, or request. Some of the examples of modals are should, could, can, might, may, would, will, and must. Here are a couple of examples that I have found from the articles to show how modals are used in a sentence. Next, I'm going to show you the sentence analysis for the sentence, the heartbroken might go through thousands of micro emotions. Please press pause to read. Then we have the perfect have, which refers to an action or state that either occurred at an indefinite time in the past. It can also be used for actions that began in the past and continue to the present. The formula for perfect have is have plus past participles. Below are a couple of examples of how the perfect have can be used in a sentence. Here is the sentence analysis for the sentence, Deb and his team have sullied her name. Please press pause to read.
Next, let's look at progressive B. The progressive indicates that the action is or was in progress. It is the aspect of a verb which opposed to the tenses of a verb, which tell us the action took place in the past, present, or future. In the sample sentence, the next album I will be releasing is my version of Red. The verb is in progressive, but the tense is in future. Therefore, this is a future progressive sentence.
Hi everyone, I'm Wong Nanru and I will be presenting the part on passive B. Most of us know that there are active sentences and there are passive sentences. So the role of passive B is to transform the sentence into a passive one. So the sentence structure here includes subject, verb to be, and past participle. So the sentence example here says, the island Asian's economy has been hit hard by the pandemic, rising energy prices, and populist tax cuts. So let's break it down. The island nation's economy serves as the subject. Has been is the verb to be. Hit hard is the past participle. So as you read it, the sentence carries a passive tone. There's another interesting thing called the passive participles. So in this case, the passive participles are often analyzed as adjective rather than as a verb. So let's look at the example. The lake was frozen. Frozen is describing the state of the lake, so it serves as an adjective describing the noun. So frozen is seen as adjective rather than as a verb. Now pause this video and look at the sentence analysis. Now let's look at the dummy do. The verb do is often called as the dummy operator because it has no substance on its own, but it used to help to form question sentences and negative sentences. So let's imagine yourself going to a boutique store. You will see dummy, and you know that on its own it has no substance. The dummy is there to display and to help to arrange clothes or things that actually matters. You may pause the video and read through the sentence examples. There are question form and negative sentences. Now we will look at the order of auxiliaries and affix hop. So auxiliaries are normally used in a particular order as shown on the table, starting from bolder, perfect, progressive, and passive. An affix hop basically is a process where the unattached affix, for example the ed and en, move to the closest verb stem. The sentence example, Sean might have been doing his homework then. You can look at the parentheses and it shows the particular order of how these auxiliaries are being used.
Finally, we have come to finiteness. What is a finite verb? A finite verb agrees with the subject and indicates present or past. The subject pronoun of a finite verb must be nominative and not accusative. In a sample sentence, I have heard her sing too often. There are two lexical verbs, heard and sing, but only the first verb group is finite because have is finite and the subject of have is nominative I. There are three important points for finite verb. The first point is have is a finite verb because it fulfills all the characteristics of a finite verb. In the sample sentence, he has been going there frequently. Has indicates present tense to the sentence, and it shows agreement to the nominative subject he. Next, he had been going there frequently. Had indicates past tense, and it agrees to the nominative subject he. The second point would be all the modal verbs are finite verb in a sentence, although they never display subject-verb agreement. Example, I might have done that. The third point would be all finite sentences are complete sentences instead of fragment sentences.